I'm excited to be here with all of you and share what I believe to be the next level of health and wellness. So, today we're going to talk about a new device called Healy. It's the first of its kind, an emerging technology that is a category creator in the wellness arena. Healy is a German developed technology, and it's truly a game changer because it's the first ever smartphone controlled, small, wearable, portable device for frequency therapy. It's a bioenergetic technology that will empower people to take control of their health and optimize their physical, emotional, and cognitive well being with bio friendly frequencies. I think we can all agree that there is no better time on the planet to ensure that our immune systems are well modulated, balanced, and able to protect and support our bodies for optimal functioning. Healy is not only for sick people, it's for prevention and health promotion, anti-aging, and longevity. So we invite you now to learn more about this revolutionary technology. So behind every great concept or invention is a brilliant mind. And in our case, this individual is Markus Schmiecka from Germany. To me, he is a remarkable man. And why I say that is because he has two sides. On one hand, he's a scientist, so very analytical. And on the other hand, he is a very spiritual individual. You rarely see both of these characteristics in one person, which is why what he's developed here with Healy is so unique, because he's combined the best of both of these two worlds. For over 30 years, he studied quantum physics and frequency medicine. And back in 2007, Markus launched the now sister company to Healy, which is called TimeWaver. TimeWaver is a large microcurrent machine available to practitioners globally that launched into over 40 countries and cost around $30,000. Today, Healy is based on the very successful technology of TimeWaver. So after Markus launched the TimeWaver, he had a vision to create a technology that could be accessible to all humans in the comfort of their own environment to help empower individuals to achieve a medicine-free life and reverse chronic disease at the cellular level, which is where all disease begins. He met Dr. Nuno Nina in 2010, and Dr. Nina is the other individual that is responsible for the development of Healy. He's a specialist in integrative health. He owns 8 clinics in Portugal, and he's really just an expert in cell biology, and he is an authority in the field of frequency medicine. And he also is the developer of the Gold Cycle frequencies that are a part of our Healy device. Dr. Nuno Nina's philosophies are based on Otto Warburg's theory, which is that oxygen is the enemy of disease. Otto Warburg, who is a 3-time Nobel Prize winner, through his research stated that all disease has 3 common identities. 1 is lack of oxygen to the cells, 2 is excess sodium in the cells, and 3 is excess fluid around the cells. So Healy is based on the philosophy of regeneration, regenerating at the cellular level to cleanse, to nourish, and balance our bodies, bringing them back into homeostasis or a healthy cellular state. So Markus married his technology with Dr. Nuno Nina's gold frequencies, and over 2,000 TimeWaver practitioners' research over the last 14 years to launch the revolutionary technology that we have here in Healy behind this wearable device for frequency therapy. So let's talk about the facts and figures. So for me, it was very important when I was introduced to Healy to see that there have already been over 500,000 applications on patients and clients. The TimeWaver technology has been successfully used in more than 45 countries and more than 32 languages. And we have over 2,000 professional users, doctors, healing practitioners, therapists treating their patients. And when I saw this, I was sold. I'm a business person, and when you show me these numbers, I can clearly see where this is heading and how massive this can grow by allowing this frequency technology into the hands of the average consumer to use on a daily basis to help empower everyone to take control of their health and maximize their personal well-being. And I truly believe that electroceuticals are the future of medicine, and Healy is that interface between body and mind, bridging the gap and creating a new era in technology that's 8 to 10 years in advance of anything that we've ever seen. So this is a global business open in 45 countries. Some of the markets we will launch in first quarter 2021 are South Korea, Canada, and Mexico. Healy Advisor, the three pillars of Healy. In the vision of Marcus Schmika, we have three pillars that are really the foundation of our philosophy. The first pillar is our Healy, of course, which, with the Healy, we can measure frequencies in a person's body in real time and then deliver back to their body real-time solutions based on what our cells are asking for. And I'll explain a little bit more about how this works later on. But the second pillar is our Healy Watch. And this is Motion for Life. This is a wellness tracker that measures, monitors, and analyzes our body in real time. And it can communicate with our Healy device to offer real-time solutions based on our own personal analyzation. And then we have our third pillar, which is our digital nutrition app. And here's what I'll say about this. This is amazing technology. And if we agree that everything has frequency, then we also know that vitamins and minerals and supplementations like vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium, amino acids, CBD, all have their own frequencies. And the DNA app has 72 single frequencies and 48 mixtures to support our bodies. For example, there are over 6 different mixtures for eye health. There are 6 for brain health. There are mixtures for women, for men, for children, for fertility, for regeneration, for anti-aging, and even for vegans. And basically these mixtures, they already have the vital nutrients to support our bodies through digital frequencies. And this digital nutrition app will introduce a whole new world of possibilities. And I think about this, 5 years from now, the world will recognize the trademark of DNA. And the only way for them to get that will be through Healy. So if we can show the world how to get their nutrition more effectively through frequency, saving them money on a monthly basis, I think you can agree with me that we know plenty of people that would be interested in that. So let's talk about connected healing, the Heal Advisor Cloud. We currently have 2 hardware devices, our Healy and our Healy Watch. We have 4 apps and we have an expert database, and we use intelligence referred to as our quantum sensor. And this universal system is working with the Heal Advisor Global Medical Cloud. So Heal Advisor is a universal system. So again, that's to help optimize our health, our fitness, and our vitality. And the Global Medical Cloud is truly groundbreaking technology that the world really has never seen. It's patented. The data, it's all protected by 150 plus blockchain and encrypted for security. So no one knows your personal information. They're not going to know about you. They're not going to know about Mrs. Jones who has a bladder issue or anything like that. So in total, currently, we have 12 patents, 4 patent pendings, and trademarks like our DNA app that I mentioned earlier. So the Master Control Center, Healy, is the first ever smartphone controlled small wearable portable device to help harmonize the 3 pillars of health, fitness, and vitality. So the nice part about Healy is you don't have to have medical knowledge or technical knowledge to use Healy. If you do, great, but you don't have to have it to gain massive benefit from the Healy device. And it's because of this that we can reach a much bigger group of people. And Marcus's goal is to get Healy into the hands of 100 million people to help bring wholeness and raise the vibration of our world. The quantum sensor, let's talk a little bit about that. The quantum sensor, this is analyzing your cells and organs and delivering specific frequencies, customizing them for you. And here's how that works. In the first 3 to 9 minutes of every program, your body is being checked on frequencies and in relation to whatever chosen program that you do choose. So for example, if I choose energy as a program, or I choose the migraine program, in the first 3 to 9 minutes, my body will be checked on energy, or it will be checked on migraine frequencies. And because every program has between 400 to 700 individual frequencies related to that chosen program, what's happening is once the quantum sensor has found what frequencies are needed to support you within, then it goes back and forth to that medical cloud. It gets those frequencies you need from the database with over 300,000 frequencies. And in the remaining time of the program, every 10 seconds, your body's being checked on frequencies and it's delivering those frequencies based on what your body's asking for at the cellular level. So basically that time frame will be anywhere between 30 to 55 minutes. And that's really the magic about this small intuitive device. So you can't overload because the Healy's measuring your cells, and it actually will end the program when your cells are fully charged. So again, you can't overdose on frequencies with the Healy. It's 100% safe, which makes it very special and really great for the whole family. There is no topic that the Healy cannot address because, again, for each member of the family, it's addressing their personal needs because it's the quantum sensor that's analyzing each person individually and will only deliver to that individual what their cells are asking for. So there really is no depth to the level that Healy can go to cleanse, to nourish, and balance our bodies. One product for the whole family to help with pain relief, to support our fitness goals, to help in learning, to help with beauty and anti-aging, bioenergetic balance, and meridians for, organ health and optimal functioning, and then also performance.
Thank you, Tammy. One thing I really, really love about Healy is it is a Class 2 cleared FDA medical device. And that puts us in a very, very unique position in the direct selling in the direct selling space. So here we have a Class 2 cleared device that's been cleared for relief of acute and chronic pain with arthritis. And how many people in America are suffering from arthritis? In addition to that, you have muscle soreness due to overexertion. So people maybe from a fitness standpoint, how many athletes would be interested in that? The other piece that I really, really love about Healy is there are hundreds of non-medical applications that will utilize frequencies to help support your body and balance and revitalize your body in different ways with different programs and different systems. So if you've ever dealt with acute pain, you know that can really ruin your day. And if you're in severe pain, then that's going to be your focus. You cannot really function properly when you are dealing with pain. Well, here we have a tool. So I'm terming this a self-care evolution. Here you have a tool that you have in your toolbox at home that you can use. So non-invasive, holistic, natural way of addressing chronic and acute pain associated with arthritis. So that could be your joints or whatever, wherever you might be experiencing that. You can now apply a Healy session specifically for that and alleviate that pain that you might be experiencing. That allows you to get back to your life, do what you need to do, what you'd love to do, and actually focus on other things than the pain. And as I mentioned, there are millions of people in the country that are dealing with that, and many more will as we have an aging population start to suffer from arthritis more and more. So Healy is a Class 2 cleared medical device, as I mentioned, so you can go to the FDA website, you could do a search on Healy, and you will see the 510K application and what that entails. So here we have a tale of two cells, a healthy and unhealthy cell. So you have trillions of cells in your body, all kinds of cells. You have brain cells, you have heart cells, you have kidney cells. They all work within a range. Now, different cells will have a different range that they work with. A heart cell is going to have a different voltage cell membrane range than, than a kidney cell. But in this example, we're looking at a negative 70 millivolt charge on a normal cell. And what that charge allows it to do is it allows it to interact with its environment. So the cell membrane is like the brain of the cell, and that is what helps to regulate what comes in and what comes out of the cell. So what needs to come in? Well, obviously oxygen, nutrients, right? And this is what allows your cell to actually create energy, and hydration. So when the cell membrane is optimized with the right charge that it needs to be, then that cell membrane is permeable. When it doesn't have the right charge, then that cell membrane becomes rigid, and those channels don't open up like they're supposed to. So now you're getting less hydration into the cell, you're getting less oxygen, less nutrients, and the waste product, the metabolic waste product that's being produced in the cell, isn't being taken out of the cell. And so that's going to create dysfunction and will create an unhealthy cell. So there is a scale that will eventually lead to premature cell death if the cell membrane isn't optimized. As I mentioned earlier in that example, we had negative 70 millivolts starting out with a brand new healthy cell. That will go through a life cycle. It will eventually lose that charge, but before it does so, it'll separate and create two new cells. Now, if you have toxicity in your body, trauma, or maybe a deficiency, then that can create problems at the cell level where the cell doesn't have the right charge to it, or it has loses that charge prematurely, and that can lead to things like inflammation, ischemia, and premature cell death. So what we're doing with Healy is we're applying frequencies through a microcurrent that runs through your body. It's kind of creating a closed loop, right, or a closed circuit, just like you would turn on and off a switch on your light. What we're doing is we're running a current that's going to bioresonate with that cell to get it back to where it needs to be in terms of voltage, the cell membrane potential or voltage. And that allows the brain of the cell that interacts with its environment to know which proteins to actually express and what genes to express even, right? So that is what talks to the environment and allows nutrients to come in, waste to be removed, and allows for the cell to function properly. So what happens when you optimize the cell membrane? Well, now you bring in the nutrients and you bring in the groceries and you take out the trash. And what that allows for your cell to do is you have something called the mitochondrial DNA. That actually has a totally different charge than the actual cell membrane. It has its own charge. But what the mitochondrial DNA does is it creates something called ATP. And ATP is the energy of you. As a matter of fact, you have trillions of these mitochondrial DNA that create energy all day long. And as a matter of fact, you create your own body weight in ATP daily and you spend it. So this is your life force. This is your energy. So if your mitochondrial DNA is not producing the optimal amount of energy, then you're going to feel it in terms of like you're going to feel sluggish, you're going to feel tired. Your body's not going to have the energy it needs to function optimally. So by doing that, your body, your cells now can synthesize proteins better, and that allows it to increase the amino acid transport as well. And now your cells, which make up your tissues, which make up your organs, which make up your systems, can start to come into balance and find homeostasis and function the way they're supposed to function. And so this is really what we're doing with Healy, is we're applying a microcurrent to the cell level. That gives the cell membrane the right charge. The cells make up the organs, which kind of cascade up. And so we're addressing things from at the root level, at the most basic level, right? We're electrical beings, we're sending a charge through there, we're bioresonating with that cell membrane, and now that cell can do what it was designed to do. So Healy is really an amazing tool, as I mentioned. This is really a self-care evolution, and we have a tool that you can have at your disposal in your own home, where you can essentially, like having a practitioner in your home, that you can apply frequencies and programs to help rebalance your body, bring it into balance, and bring it into homeostasis. So here we have an example of a blood cell analysis. Red blood cells also have to have a charge to them. So your red blood cell has 4 docking stations for the oxygen molecule. Now, if it doesn't have the right charge, then those red blood cells will start to clump together, and that will minimize how effective the oxygen is able to come in and dock into those 4 docking stations. So now, if this is something that you have going on, that's going to eventually lead to things like hypoxia. You're not getting optimal oxygen being delivered, and because the blood is clumping, then it's not flowing as well. And so that's going to affect everything in your body because your blood flow reaches every system in your body. And so that will result in lack of energy, all kinds of problems, including digestion, your brain, your heart, every organ, every system is affected. So here, now on the right side, we have applied a frequency treatment to the red blood cells. And what that does is that helps to cell potentiate the cell, the red blood cell. That allows for the docking stations to be open and available for the oxygen to come in. And because the red blood cells aren't sticking together, that's going to improve that circulation and allow that oxygen and the nutrients to be delivered to the tissue where it needs to go. Now there's that cascading effect. But this is an example of what can be done with a frequency device in terms of putting a frequency through the body to bioresonate with that cell membrane, to give it that charge, to give it that little magnetic field that it needs to have. So if you're the person on the left, or it's really the same person, but if that's you on the left before, you don't feel all that great. And if that goes on for a long period of time, that's going to continue to cause problems and create additional problems, because as your cells and tissue, as they go further along without getting the optimal oxygen, then that's going to cause inflammation, and then there's a cascading effect. Now, compare that to the one on the right. Now the cells look plump. They're more grape-like versus like raisin-like. And so now that oxygen can be delivered, can be taken in, can be utilized, can be delivered. Nutrients can go to where they need to go, and then metabolic waste be removed at that cell level. So this is what we're doing. We're just helping the body along. We have a tool at your disposal that's a magnificent tool that every home should have to keep you optimized, vitality-wise, energy, focus, you name it, and allow your body to do what it does best.
Great visuals, Rajai. Thank you so much. And I think that we can all agree that health is our first wealth, no doubt. So let's move on to talk a little bit about the 4 editions of Healy and what you get with each level. So I want to mention that because of the social selling model Healy has, that we're able to keep the pricing down between basically $500 to $2,400 for all 4 levels of Healy. Initially, when the company launched, they were selling directly to doctors and had the Healy priced at about 8,000 euros, so a little over $8,000 US. And so again, because of the social selling model and via word of mouth advertising, we are able to reap the lower cost benefits through this model, which I am very grateful for. So we'll start off with the Healy Gold, which is the first level. This is $470, and this is basically, again, all of Dr. Nuno Nina's gold programs, the Pure Care, Balance, Being, Energy, Relax, Release, again, based on the philosophy of regeneration, regenerating at the cellular level. We have to start with cleaning house, right? Cleaning out our bodies for optimal cell health. And so this is exactly what this is focused to do, is focus to cleanse at the cellular level. The next level would be the Healy Holistic Health. This is $942. This is basically all of the gold programs. And then on top of it, it has local stimulation, which is also for pain, bioenergetic balance 1 and 2, mental balance, meridians 1 and 2, sleep and skin. There is a lot of organ support in this level. Hormonal support, circulatory system, lymphatic system. So really a great level for all as far as our overall health and well-being. And then the next level is our Healy Holistic Health Plus, which is $1,413. This has all of the Healy Holistic Health programs, as well as it has learning, fitness, job, beauty, chakra programs, and protection programs. The protection programs are from things like electrosmog, and also helps with energetic shielding. So again, amazing for obviously protection against like 5G and all of EMF and all of that, which is fantastic. And then we have our Healy Resonance, which is, as you see here, $2,357. And this is really the top level of Healy, really a must-have package for anyone serious about their wellness and also for practitioners. And what differentiates the Resonance is that it takes the guesswork out of the equation on which programs that you're going to run on a daily basis. Because basically what you have the ability to do here is you have a resonance scan, you have an aura scan. So you can scan the body and you can analyze, and it will give you back in real time what your body is actually asking for at the cellular level. Which is the most optimal for, again, finding the right categories with the right programs to run for your body in real time. So with over 133 programs, it's really an amazing tool to have guide you through using the Healy very efficiently, effectively, and easily. And also with the Resonance, you unlock the ability to do work through vibrations and also remotely. So behind this incredible product is a beautiful business plan. And if you have an entrepreneurial spirit and an interest in creating an additional income stream, or you would like to learn how to earn a free upgrade or free device or additional cash incentives, then we invite you to get back with the person that invited you here to watch this video. We can get your questions answered. And truly, this is an opportunity to build a global business. We would love to partner with you and have you join us in being a pioneer in bringing the Healy device to the world. Thank you again for your time.